Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a clear, strategic roadmap for school districts, one designed to move us beyond the current AI chaos and into a future that is truly human-centered.
Okay, let's just get right to it. Take a look at this. Does any of it feel familiar? You've got ban, wait, or self-guided. Chances are your district is floating in one of those first three lanes, and that right there is what we call AI chaos. It's that messy, uncertain state that ends up holding everyone back. The goal, what we're aiming for, is to get all the way over to that fourth lane, a unified, organization-wide strategy.
And, let's be really clear here. This is not some future problem we can just stick on a to-do list for later. The urgency is right now for the students who are sitting in your classrooms today.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll break down the state of AI chaos. Then, we'll walk through a clear, human-centered roadmap. After that, we'll get into the crucial mindset shift required. And finally, we'll talk about the incredible human return on this investment.
All right, Section 1, let's really dig into what this AI chaos looks like and understand the real cost of just, doing nothing.
So, let this number sink in for a second. 40%. According to OpenAI, 40% of all ChatGPT users are under the age of 25. That means a huge portion of your students are already using these tools, and a lot of the time, they're doing it with zero guidance from us.
And this, right here, this is the core of the problem. Just because our kids are using AI doesn't mean they're literate in it. There's a massive gap between simply using a tool and knowing how to use it safely, effectively, and ethically. That chasm isn't just a risk, it's a giant missed opportunity for some really powerful learning.
So, how do we fix this? How do we bridge that gap? Well, it's not by banning or waiting, it's by leading. So let's look at the what, the human-centered roadmap that can get us to a really thoughtful district-wide strategy.
The journey really follows these four clear steps. This is what takes a district from being purely reactive to becoming intentional and strategic in its actions. And a roadmap like this makes a really important point. This is not an overnight fix. This is a structured, multi-year process. It's designed to build that capacity and, more importantly, the culture over time. That's how you make change that actually sticks.
Now that very first step, gathering data, is absolutely critical. Why? Because frankly, our assumptions are usually wrong. For instance, surveys consistently show that teachers are most worried about their own job security, while students, they're most worried that their peers are cheating. You can't build a solid plan if you don't understand these different perspectives from the get-go.
And this diagram, this shows us the sweet spot. A great AI strategy isn't about just chasing the newest, shiniest tech. It's about finding where your district's core mission and values, your philosophy on teaching, and the actual capabilities of AI all overlap. That's the center. That's where the magic of aligned implementation happens.
When it comes to governance, it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all situation. You actually need a dual approach. On one hand, you need firm, enforceable policies. These are your non-negotiables, like data privacy and academic integrity. But on the other hand, you need flexible, living guidelines that actually support teachers and students in the classroom every single day.
Okay, now we get to what I think is the most important piece of the puzzle, shifting the instructional mindset. Because you can have the best roadmap in the world, but as they say, culture trumps strategy every single time.
This comparison really tells the whole story, doesn't it? For so long, education has been stuck in that industrial, predictive model on the left. But what we're moving toward is a much more human-centered, agile model. And the exciting part is, AI gives us the tools to finally make that kind of personalized, adaptive learning a reality at scale.
Making that happen requires four key mindset shifts. We have to guide our teams from just passive use to being truly intentional, from chasing efficiency to focusing on deep personalization, from thinking about replacement to focusing on augmentation, and finally, from that one-and-done thinking to embracing iterative refinement. Let's just double-click on that idea of augmentation because this is so important. The goal is for AI to extend and enhance human reasoning and creativity, never to replace our judgment. It's a partner in thinking, not a substitute for it. So what does this actually look like in a classroom? The SEE framework is a fantastic practical guide for any given task. Both students and teachers can just ask, am I using this tool safely, effectively, and ethically? It's a simple, powerful gut check for responsible use.
So after all this work, the planning, the training, the mindset shifts, what's the payoff?
What's the why? Well, let's look at the very real human return on this investment.
The data here is pretty stunning. Teachers who use AI effectively are saving the equivalent of 6 full weeks per school year. And get this, schools with clear policies in place see even greater time savings. That proves that having clear guardrails doesn't hinder use. It actually encourages it.
And for students, the benefits can be absolutely transformative. AI can act as a personal, non-judgmental tutor, giving them a safe space to practice, to try, and even to fail without fear. With our guidance, it helps them build confidence and truly take ownership of their own learning journey in a way we've just never been able to scale before.
This quote just gets right to the heart of it all. We will know this transformation is working when we, as a system, start prioritizing the rich, messy process of learning over the simple output of school. That is the fundamental shift these tools can help us make. Because in the end, this has never really been about the technology. It's always been about leadership. AI gives us the tools, but it absolutely does not provide the vision. That part, well, that's up to us. So the real question to leave you with is, how will you use these tools to build a more human future for your students?